What's up, everybody? This is your host, Seven, aka Baby Mark Henry. We back with another video. Um, I'm gonna be doing a lot of reactions to fans' perspective on things. Um, this 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 is gonna be my first one doing it, and well, it's not gonna be the first. I did other ones, about Busted Open Radio, Dolph Ziggler and Dave LaGreca and Booker T. But I'm gonna do hot takes, fan perspective, letting y'all know if I agree with them or I disagree with them. Now I already got some backlash from my other video about AEW. Um, did they do the right thing about releasing the footage? And once again, people, these are my takes. I may be wrong, I may be right, but it's my opinion. I may be wrong, but I'm gonna say how I feel anyways. Okay, it might be dumb, it might be on point, but like I said, it's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So y'all can get upset if you want to, but this is gonna be from this video is gonna be about one of the guys I listen to on a regular. Y'all might know him from In the Clutch, Ross. He does a lot of videos about WWE, and he gives us his perspective of what he thinks. Now, I love Ross and Dub a lot. In the Clutch, they're the ones that kind of got me into doing these reviews. But I'm gonna be honest with them, man. They're casual fans, so sometimes their views on things is a little different from our, us hardcore fans. They recently got back into wrestling. I know Dub probably like 3-4 years ago, but I never took a break. I always been a fan, and it's not just WWE. So enough with this. Let's get into the video.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So we gotta talk about how everyone's been reacting to Becky Lynch being the new women's world champion. They had the battle royal last night on Monday Night Raw, and I think a lot of people's favorites were Liv Morgan, Nia Jax, and Becky Lynch. I think those were like kind of the
Now I'm gonna be honest. My pick, when I saw Becky Lynch was gonna be in it, I already knew off the back Becky Lynch was gonna be the winner. Now it would have been nice to see somebody like a Liv Morgan or a Nia Jax. At first, I thought Nia Jax was gonna win it, but when I saw Becky Lynch backstage, I already knew what was gonna happen.
I guess you could say a lot of people's prediction on who could possibly win, and it made sense. I've seen a lot of people wanting Chelsea Green to be like the dark horse in this situation.
No.
And even she got somewhat of a reaction when she ended up getting eliminated for the second time. First time the refs didn't see it.
No.
Second time she ended up getting eliminated. So she kind of got a nice reaction. I really want to talk about just the amount of hate Becky Lynch is getting right now is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
They actually have a hashtag trending, Becky Hogan, bro. Like, that's ridiculous that is trending, Becky Hogan. Like, the fact that people are comparing her to Hulk Hogan, the fact that people are bringing up the new saying now that we're WWE's in this new era, but then
you can turn any slogan or funny quote into a professional design in just minutes with one tool, making
then you see people posting screenshots and pictures of Becky Lynch winning again or winning in the past, and they're feeling some type of way like, are we really in a new era? And I can understand some people's frustration on why they feel like Becky shouldn't have won this time, but at the same time, I can also understand why WWE decided to put the championship on her. Now, me personally, I would have preferred, and it's crazy for me to say this in 2024, I either would have preferred Liv or Nia Jax. Reason why I would have preferred Liv if she was to win is because for the simple fact of the story that they have there with her being the champion, actually taking out Rhea Ripley, and ended up taking her championship that she never lost. That
Let me stop it right there. Let me tell you the reason why they didn't go down this route. Now, when we had Rhea Ripley as champion, I'm pretty sure there were plans for Rhea Ripley probably from like 8 months down the line as her champion. Now, she got hurt. Now, I'm pretty sure they had plans for everybody else, including Nia Jax and Liv Morgan, while Rhea Ripley was champion. Now, those plans would have got affected if they would have made Nia or Liv Morgan the champion. Now they got to create different storylines for other people. So they had to pick a non-factor, Becky Lynch, because she was on vacation, I think, for it to come in and just take Rhea's place. That's why they didn't make Nia or Liv Morgan, because they already had plans for her. Yes, they could have bumped those plans if the plan was for Liv Morgan to become champion 3 months down the line. Yes, they could have bumped that to make it quicker, but why would you do that? You just can plan another person like a non-factor, Becky Lynch, since she was on vacation. So why not insert her into the, take Rhea's place, basically. That's why I think WWE went with the decision to do Becky Lynch like that.
story it writes itself. The history there, and that could have been something interesting they could have did, and they could have expounded on potentially turning her heel, because she still operates as a face, but she could have started really rubbing it in like, I took Rhea Ripley out.
Liv.
No one else could do it, and I took her championship from her. The revenge tour, it worked out. They could definitely do that with her. Granted, I do think they will. And I could see maybe a situation, her maybe taking a title from Becky. Like maybe she cheats to take the title from Becky. That could be an interesting way to do things too. But I would have been okay if Liv would have won it. And on the other side of things, Nia Jax winning, I would have been okay with that, because she would have been a very dominant heel. Yeah. It would look definitely credible for Nia Jax to be the champion, and no one really beat her until maybe Rhea comes back. And it would have worked because you would have had so many of the baby faces trying to overthrow Nia Jax. Granted, the top baby face, well, this is all predicated before the draft, so we don't know where people are going to land at. But you can kind of switch it up if it was just, if they would have Nia only still be on Raw and still have Becky on Raw, then it would be a situation where they would probably feud again. I really don't want to see that again. So, but they still, with the draft, they could definitely have some fresh matchups, and her trying to wreck shop, depending on what division she's going to be on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. So they really could have, freshened it up with her getting the championship opportunity. And it's crazy to say that in 2024, people want Nia Jax to win. That's crazy. Who would have thought? So those were my obvious two picks. I was very surprised they even gave it to Becky, but then once again, it made sense. WWE played it safe. They did. Granted, I know a lot of people right now on social media, there's some people that, are for Becky winning and they don't have a problem with it. There's some people that are against Becky winning. They definitely don't like it. And then there's some people who downright hate it. Like legitimately hate it. It's chaos on Twitter right now. The Liv stands. Oh man, they are in a uproar right now. It's ridiculous. So I don't know. Me personally, I wouldn't get too caught up in it. I do think Liv is going to get her moment potentially this year. Yes, I think there's a reason why.
Want to know how to create awesome videos? Check out motionarray.com. You can do it too. Title.
Why she was the last person once again. I think someone made the point that she's always been like the last few individuals in these situations where multi-men or multi-women situations. So it could be part of her revenge tour storyline that she always comes this close, but she can never truly succeed. And eventually it could be her spiraling out once again and trying to take out Becky Lynch, or, and then eventually get the championship. I can see Becky Lynch dropping the championship to her. Granted, I don't know if she's going to be a transitional champion. So this is very, very peculiar.
No, she's not.
So
gonna be
me personally, I
transitional
wouldn't have picked Becky,
champion.
but I'm not
Transition.
just going insane right now on social media on Becky winning, because comparing her to Hulk Hogan is kind of wild behavior. Y'all gotta chill. I get it. Your favorite didn't win and live, or whatever the case may have
Becky
been,
Hogan.
but to really, the hate that she's getting right now is, it's weird. It's very weird. It's just, I don't know. I don't think Becky, really deserves that type of hate. And once again, I get everyone's frustration, or a lot of people's frustration, on seeing her with the championship. Once again, I completely get it. But at the same time, I think they can still tell some good stories, and I do think maybe Liv Morgan will get that championship opportunity and actually win. I do think it's gonna cost. She would have to turn heel for it to really make sense, and hopefully they do that. But I do think that may be the route. I don't really want to see Becky go against Nia. I'm all for Becky and Liv having because they have history with each other. So they can still tell some story. They have history with each other from the past. So this could be very interesting if they tell it right. And I know it's weird to say I don't see Becky being a transitional champion, but at the same time, I do see somehow, some way, before Rhea get back, I do see, it would make sense if Liv was the champ. So I don't know how long Rhea is going to be out. That really depends if we're going to, if Becky will be considered a transitional champion in this sense. But I don't know. I can see Becky maybe holding the title for, it really depends on how long Rhea's out. That's it. Because whenever Rhea comes back, she's definitely going to be in title contention. So that's why, me personally, I say it probably would have made sense if Liv would have won, or not Nia Jax would have won, in comparison to Becky. But I don't think she deserves this.
Rhea comes back.
I think some of y'all are just taking it too far. Comment down below. Let me know. Have y'all been seeing just the utter...
Nah, man. If they would have made Nia Jax or Liv Morgan champion, you could already tell Rhea was going to get the belt back. That would just been obvious. Then that would have definitely made, since we're going with the term transitional champion, that when Rhea gets back, she was going to get the belt back. So Liv or Nia was going to be the transitional champion. If you want to use that term, which I think that term is wild, because you really think they just going to put... Now, I know they've done it in the past, but you really think a transitional champion, they just going to be like, well, the person that we want to be champions out, so we're just going to put the belt on there in the meantime. I mean, that's a wild concept, bruh. But tell me what y'all think about the video. Is Ross right? And, this is actually one of the takes I actually agree with Ross about. So I like his opinion. But yes, Becky Hogan is a wild term. Stop that. She is not the next Hulk Hogan. All right, I'll see y'all next time.